All right, folks, I'm going to bring you along. I have had a rash of starters going bad. So this is a 2004 Jeep Liberty. I'm going to bring you along. I'm going to show you how to replace the starter that's underneath this cover, and we're going to get it going. First thing we have to do is we have to get, there's a 10mm bolt right here. You're going to take this off. One here, and then way up top, way up here, there's another one that's kind of coming in from like this angle. Let's see. I'll try to get you, kind of get you an idea of where it is. It's hard for me to even see, let alone give you guys a good shot of it. There we go. Oh, I gotta switch my ratchet now. So this one, I'm trying to get you guys as close as we can here. It's way up there like that. Now this cover is mangled. I'm gonna try to save it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a bolt. There's supposed to be a bolt in the front of it. But, all right, so I got that up. And now this whole cover is supposed to be a bolt here that goes in the front of the starter. Pull this down. Now we can see all the connections. Let me get you into a better spot. So I have the battery disconnected. I got to take off. This is the battery cable, and then up here is just a little spade terminal. Just kind of slides on. It even makes that sound too. It goes. This is going to be a one for me. It's going to be a 13mm, and then we have to tackle the two mounting bolts. One's here. I'll reposition you, and then one is like right up in this area, and they both come in from this way. So let me get a 13mm for that. Contortionist. Got to be a contortionist. There we go. So I did disconnect the battery just because I knew this one with the shield and where this was located, I felt like it was just better safe than sorry. But there's the nut off of the positive battery cable. We can take this, we can just slide that whole assembly back and out of the way. So now that's it for this. You can see right over, well, it's kind of hard to see, but right over there, this is really mangled, and the bolt for the cover, or the nut for the cover, actually is broken. So I'm hoping I can figure something out. But here, this is the one bolt holding it in there, so that's a 13mm. So in this particular one, that's the 15, I'm using probably like a 12-inch extension. Okay, then there's another one up. Oop, I dropped my extension. There we go. Then there's another bolt. Let me see if I can get you in that position. There's another bolt right here. It's right behind there. This one is up here. Okay, still have my swivel and extension on there. There we go. over there. I'll go back to the lower one. Okay, then you just pull that out and we just slip it on by the exhaust. Should come right by through here, just like that. Okay. Let's get the new starter all set up. All right, so one thing I did before putting this starter back in is that shield that was all busticated. I kind of reshaped. I got a bolt in the front one now. I got these two in there, so I just wanted to make sure that it was still protected from the heat. One thing you have to be careful of is make sure that this isn't so bent in here that it contacts any points of these. This is that spade that I was telling you about, that the S terminal, the exciter wire would slip onto there. No, you can't see it. Would slip onto there, and the battery terminal here. So just wanted to kind of show you guys, you know, don't, if it's there and it's savable, try to get things back. There's probably a reason that this shield is here, probably mainly for heat, but if you have to reshape it, just spend, it only took me, I don't know, a couple minutes, 3 or 4 minutes to get that done. I found I had an extra bolt laying around, but you know, that's kind of just going to be set aside. But all right, let's put this thing back in. So before I put this back in here, one of the things that I like to do is I'll always make sure that this battery cable, it's hard to see from that angle, but the battery cable is nice and clean, and this one is clean, and same thing with the with this little spade. Everything was nice and clean with that as well. I'll just tuck that back out of the way. Let's put this back in. Alrighty, there's that. Just kind of get it back up in place, just like that. Oop, I'm gonna lay it there. All right, so I got that. Let's kind of get this ready in place. Let's put this. Whoa, it almost got me. Okay, let's get this started. Get this started so it doesn't kill anybody. Okay, just snug that down. Now we'll get the other one in place. One of the other things that I did was I went with a smaller, I was using like a semi-deep swivel. I ended up switching it out for a shallow swivel. Just makes it fit into that space a little bit better. Okay, we'll put this up there. Ratchet. I'm going to snug this down fully. Okay. Don't have to get hog dog crazy with it. It's just a starter bolt, but them tight so they don't come loose. All right, now let's get you set back up over here. I'm gonna have to reach in front of you. Sorry. Okay. Let's get it. Need to get this wire. Let's get this wire attached. Nope, I don't like that at all. All right, I'm gonna get in there and replace this terminal. I just don't like how loose that is. I don't like it at all. All right, let me do that and then I'll bring you back. All right, so I spent some time. I had to tweak the shield a little bit, but I got the 3 bolts back in there, nice and secure. The lines routed correctly. I taped up the harness, and just so no moisture or residue gets in there. And let's drop it down and make sure it starts. All right, let's reconnect. Let's reconnect the battery, and let's make sure it starts. All right. All right, let's see if it starts. Woo, baby. She started up fast. Let's do it one more time. Yes, sir. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That's how you do a starter in a 2004 Jeep Liberty with the 3.7 liter. All right, thanks, guys.